Unless you follow your favorite stars closely, you might not know that some of today's biggest celebrities had some help along the way from mom and dad. While some aren't afraid to trade on their family name, others have taken great pains to hide their famous heritage and prove that they made it in the business through hard work and talent. Either way, some celebrities have parents who are famous in their own right. Celebs like Chris Pine. Actor Chris Pine is probably best known as the new Captain Kirk in J.J. Abrams' alternate reality Star Trek franchise, but an entirely different TV show paved Pine's way into Hollywood. Chips, the classic series about a pair of motorcycle-riding cops, featured Pine's father Robert in a recurring role as Sergeant Joseph Cotreyer. To Pine's credit, he reportedly only used his famous dad to help him land a job as a production assistant. The young actor then worked his way up in the business, going from building sets to starring in the 2017 blockbuster Wonder Woman. Billie Lourd. Like a lot of children of Hollywood stars, Billie Lourd doesn't go by the last name of her famous mother, the late Carrie Fisher. However, Lourd has embraced the family business by appearing in new Star Wars movies The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi, and at the red carpet premiere of the latter, Lourd honored the departed Fisher by recreating her iconic Princess Leia look. After her mother's passing, Lourd also became responsible for a very special family member, Gary Fisher, who's become an integral part of the Star Wars universe. Okay, maybe not integral, but he's still a pretty awesome space pooch. Katie Cassidy. Actress Katie Cassidy burst onto the scene with parts on Seventh Heaven, Supernatural, and the Melrose Place reboot before landing her most prominent role on the hit CW show Arrow. If her last name sounds familiar, that's because she's the daughter of the late David Cassidy, star of the hit 70s sitcom The Partridge Family. David admitted in interviews that he didn't raise Katie. She lived with her mother, Sherry Williams. In the years leading up to his passing, Katie and David became so estranged that she was reportedly left out of his will. However, people reported that Katie rushed to her father's side when he was hospitalized. The Arrow star said her father's last words, "So much wasted time will serve as a daily reminder for me to share my gratitude with those I love." Benedict Cumberbatch. As the son of well-known British actors Timothy Carlton and Wanda Ventum, Benedict Cumberbatch may follow the trend of not using a famous parent's last name, but in a twist, the Sherlock star actually uses his real family name. Benedict's mother reportedly warned him not to do so because the Cumberbatch surname, which his father chose not to use professionally, is heavily associated with slavery, according to The Telegraph.
They probably would have been happy at the beginning if I'd been a doctor or a lawyer or a teacher or something sensible.
Because they knew the difficulties of being an actor, and
as did I.
However, the Daily Mail reported that Benedict has purposely taken roles in films that highlight the awfulness of the slave industry to atone for his ancestors. Grace Gummer. Newcomer Grace Gummer might not have a prominent film career, but the actress has been building a solid resume on the small screen with roles on American Horror Story, The Newsroom, and Mr. Robot. It shouldn't be a surprise that Gummer has become a reliable talent in her field. Her mom is Meryl Streep. You might assume having Streep as a parent would be an instant pass to stardom, but Gummer is putting in the hard work and striving to research every role, according to V Magazine. Will she one day dominate the Oscars like her mom? For now, she's forging her own path in the ever-changing Hollywood landscape. Rashida Jones. When it comes to last names, it doesn't get more common than Jones, so it would be easy to assume that Parks and Recreation actress Rashida Jones comes from an average run-of-the-mill American family. Think again, the star is actually the daughter of legendary music producer Quincy Jones. However, it's tough to say who really wields the power in this family. Rashida had her famous dad recast on Angie Tribeca after he played her TV father for the pilot.
Who fires Quincy Jones?
Listen!
You're out, Jones!
Dakota Johnson. In 2013, little-known actress Dakota Johnson landed the coveted role of Anastasia Steele in the 50 Shades of Grey series. But Johnson wasn't entirely unknown to the Hollywood scene before her big break. She's the daughter of veteran actors Melanie Griffith and Don Johnson, and thanks to Mom, Dakota made her first big screen debut in Crazy in Alabama before the age of 10. Gwyneth Paltrow. While Steven Spielberg is often credited with launching Gwyneth Paltrow's career by casting his goddaughter in Hook, the future Goop entrepreneur actually had some help from her showbiz industry parents, actress Blythe Danner and director-producer Bruce Paltrow. To Gwyneth's credit, she built her own name in Hollywood by turning in an Oscar-winning performance for Shakespeare in Love. Mom and Dad might have opened a few doors, but it was Gwyneth who put in the work. Alexander Skarsgard. Actor Alexander Skarsgard might be one of the top hunks in Hollywood, but the Legend of Tarzan star also has some impressive acting chops that earned him an Emmy Award for Best Supporting Actor in HBO's Big Little Lies. That shouldn't come as a surprise if you know that his father is veteran actor Stellan Skarsgård, who you may recognize from Thor and the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise. Thanks to his dad, Alexander got an early jump on acting and was a star in Sweden by age 13, but the experience freaked him out so much that he actually quit acting and almost became an architect, according to The Telegraph. Fortunately for fans of the Swedish heartthrob, Skarsgard caught the acting bug again, and he's never looked back.
It's like, excuse me, but have you ever heard of styling gel?
Thanks for watching. Click the Nikki Swift icon to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Plus, check out all this cool stuff we know you'll love too.